Hi everyone. If you haven't done yoga with me before, my name is Debbie and welcome to Fitness Yoga. I'm so happy to be here today to record this session for all of us to enjoy together in the safety of our homes. I miss seeing all of you and your sweet faces and your kind words. So our usual Mondays are going to look like this for a while. So today's practice, we're going to be working on some hip opening, chest opening, heart opening. Maybe we're finding that we're doing a lot more sitting and not getting the fitness that we are accustomed to. So we're going to work through some of those things together, and then of course take some time to do some wonderful stretching towards the end and really feel that release in our hips, in our back. And most of all today, I want you to take that time and be kind to you. Take this time and shut out all the information and all the questions and all the worry, and just focus on your well-being and the goodness in your heart and the goodness in all the people around us. We will get through this together. So I want you to find, if you have blocks, please bring the blocks to the side of your mat where you can reach them. And I have a strap today. We're going to stretch our legs and our hips at the end. So if you don't have a strap, you can use a tie, you can use the belt on a robe, along even a leather belt if you really, really need it. If you don't have blocks, you could use a shoe box. Make sure you tape it up so that it doesn't flop open on you, because always safety first. I will cue you for some modifications, and remember, this is all about you. This is your time. So please modify, choose well, be well. I miss you all, and I wish you all well. Let's lie down on our mat. I'm going to move these to the side. Let's all lay down. Maybe hold the backs of our legs to get us there. And find that place that feels comfortable for you for this moment of early breathing, resting, clearing your mind. Maybe it's completely supine. Maybe you want to put a prop under your legs. And let's close our eyes and take a few deep cleansing breaths in and out through the mouth. One more. And now transition. In and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. And then slowly transition to our diaphragmatic breathing, in and out through the nose. Take your hands and place them on your belly and on your chest. And as you inhale, push the belly up. Fill the diaphragm, fill the lungs. And then exhaling through the nose. Again, inhaling, push the belly out, the diaphragm, the chest, and then exhaling through the nose. When you breathe through the nose, you naturally help warm the body. A few more just like that. Inhaling. And this time I want you to count in your mind, maybe it's to 2 or 3, to find your equal parts breath. Inhaling, and then exhaling to the same count. One more. And while we focus on our breathing, I want you to take the thoughts in your mind. Look at them now through your mind's eye and gather them up with your arms in your mind and load them up into a box and close the lid and put a nice bow on it. Shove that box off to the side and let it be there till the end of our practice together today. Bring the hands to the side of the mat, or maybe you want to open them wide to a T with the palms up or down. Whatever feels good for you. Draw the soles of the feet to the mat. And then open them wide so they're now resting on the edges of your mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, let the knees fall in one direction. And just let them hang. Feeling the stretch through the side body. And breathe. Remember that equal parts breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, lift the knees. Exhale, let them fall to the opposite side. And I want you to pay attention to where you feel you have tightness in your body. Couple breaths right here. Inhaling, bring the knees up. Exhale, let them fall now to the other side. And if it feels comfortable for you, take your gaze away from your knees. One more breath. Inhaling to bring the knees up and take your gaze away from where the knees are falling. Inhaling to rise. One breath now. Exhaling, let the knees and the gaze away. Inhaling up. Exhaling, let the knees fall. Take the gaze away and flow. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to fall. Let's do 3 more of those at your own pace. Last one. And then bring the knees back up, pointing at the heavens. Bring the arms down to your sides. Maybe readjust yourself. And bring the feet up underneath the knees. And before we move, I want you to feel your spine. In fact, I want you to take your hands and place them on your hip bones. And I want you to physically tip the hip bones towards your belly button. Exhale here. Inhale, use the hands to rock the hip bones away from the belly button, lifting the spine, creating the space. Exhale, tip those hips towards the belly button. Inhaling, tip them away. Exhaling and inhaling. Now leave the hips right there. Take the hands and place them on either side of the body. We're going to inhale, lifting the hips for bridge. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up. I want you to squeeze at the top. Exhale, lower it down. Let's do 5 of those. Inhaling, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads. Exhale, lower it down. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling down. 2 more. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling down. 1 more. Inhaling, lift. Squeeze it here, hold it. 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Beautiful. Take one arm across the body and take the opposite arm to the shoulder, gentle hug. And then switch sides. This is our time to love ourselves, love our bodies. Take this time just for you. And now release. Take both your hands. Open your eyes. Spread your fingers wide and just stretch your fingers. And then take the hands and make a circle in opposite direction. Just gently warming our wrists while we're in this comfortable supine position. And now pause and go the other way. Beautiful. I'll bring the hands down. And let's bring the one knee up towards the body. Remember, we never put the pressure on the knee. We want to hold the hamstring or the shin. And find that place where you engage the lower part of the back so we protect our spine. And then we're going to lift the opposite leg. So we're going to call this long leg the lever, the long lever. Remembering that if the leg is hovering above the floor, this is the most challenging position. So if we want to bring it up a little bit, we can feel automatically that the lower part of the back will engage. So we're going to work on our core a little bit. So I want you to, while the leg is up like this, and we have one leg bent, I want you to draw that belly button in towards the spine. So we're gently breathing through our nose, but we're holding the belly button in. And we're going to use our breath, and we're going to alternate legs. Gently moving, gently stretching, using the core muscles, keeping that bent leg to protect our spine. A few more breaths, checking in with the body, see how that feels. Remembering to keep that lever higher if we're honoring the lower part of our back. And if today feels like a day where we want more work, we can increase the speed of the alternating of our legs. Now, pause here. One leg extended, one knee is bent. Take your hands, place them behind the head, interlacing the fingers, and put the thumbs down on your neck. Before we lift the upper body, maybe give yourself a little massage. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift the upper body. Keep the gaze at the heavens, elbows away. And we can hold right here. Take another breath right here. And then let's switch our legs. What are we doing with our belly button? We're sucking that belly button in. And then we're using our breath and we're alternating. So we have an option. Remembering if this feels like too much stress, we can always lower the upper body. We can adjust our levers. So if we want to increase the toning of our core muscles, our abdominal muscles, we're going to bring an opposite elbow to the knee. Breathing and moving. Whatever pace is your comfortable pace. Feel the body's warming. Now hold. One elbow to the opposite knee, adjusting your lever accordingly. And switch. Hold. And switch. Let's do one more on each side. Switch. And then Bring that upper body down. Release the hands. Bring your hands to the back of your hammies. Gentle hug. Nice work, everyone. Maybe rock side to side. And now I want you to rock top to bottom. Don't worry about coming up in a big hurry. Massage that spine. And when you're ready, come on up. So before we move into our hands and knees posture, I want you to come to a nice easy seat. And I want you to rest the hands on the tops of the thighs, inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhaling as we just make a circle, inhaling to rise, exhaling to lower. One more in this direction, and when you get by your toes, pause. Release the fingers forward. Take an inhale here, exhale. See if you can bring your elbows down to the mat, and if that feels too tight in the hips, keep the elbows up, keep the spine long, keep the gaze all the way out at the edge of your mat. Just take a few breaths right here. Perhaps we move to a sinking breath where we inhale to 1 count, and as we exhale, that count is longer. So inhaling perhaps to 2 or 3, exhaling to 4 or 5. Inhaling, lift the elbows off the mat, walk your hands back up, bring them up to the tops of the legs, and then let's go in the opposite direction. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and then make a circle. Let's do one more. And bring those hands in front of you one more time and walk them out. And see if this time you can walk them just a little farther. Maybe tenting your fingers. Hold it here. Take a few breaths. And I want you to consciously focus your mind into this region of your body, both sides, and relax it. Relax the legs and the hips. And when you're ready, see if you can bring those forearms all the way down. And now, inhaling, lift the forearms, walk the hands up. Let's stretch our legs out, but bending the right leg. Take the left arm, wrap it around, and release the right, put it behind you. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, take the gaze over the shoulder for a seated spinal twist. A few breaths right here. The spine is long, the back is not arched. Inhaling here, exhale to release. Let's stretch that right leg out, bend the left. Take the right arm, wrap it around. Take the left one behind you like a kickstand. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale. Take the gaze over the shoulder. Inhaling here, exhale, come around one more time. Nice, gentle hug. Come back to that easy seat. Take your right hand, plant it fingertips away from you. Inhaling, lift up the left arm. Exhale, bring it over the head. Feel that big stretch all the way through the side body. If it feels comfortable for your neck, take the gaze up. And now inhaling, bring it up. One more time, exhale. Don't lift the sits bones up. Keep the body firmly grounded. And inhale up. Exhale, bring that left hand down. Now let's plant it, fingertips pointing away from the body. Inhaling to rise. Exhale. Couple more breaths right here. Take the gaze up if it feels good. Otherwise, always maintain a neutral position. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. Keep the arm strong. Fingers spread wide. The arm is active. Inhaling up. Exhale. Now, I want you to swing your legs around, and I want you to come to your hands and your knees. We're going to work on a little spinal balance and a little cat-cow. So we're going to continue the warming of the spine. So we're going to inhale, drop the belly, and lift the gaze. Shoulders are away from the ears. And with an exhale, we're going to lift the spine like a Halloween cat, bringing the chin to the chest. And inhaling, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhaling, lift the spine. And now let's flow at your own pace, noting that the wrists are under the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. 2 more. Last one. And come back to that neutral position. We're going to move to a spinal balance. So I want you to again make sure that the joints are stacked. Let's push out one leg. And then I want you to lower the hips to make sure that your hips are square. Your gaze is down between your hands. Fingers are spread wide. And I want you to push strong through your hands up into your shoulders. I don't want you to collapse into your shoulder girdle. So push strong. Let's hold here another breath or 2. And now we can stay right here for another few breaths, or we can add the opposite arm. We lift the opposite arm, palm facing in. Fingers are spread wide. Inhale here, exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, push it back. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, push it back. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, push it back. Hold it right here. Keep your gaze down. Body is strong. And then bring both those limbs down. And before we move to the other side, I want to thread the needle. So we'll give a little rest to our shoulder we just worked. So inhale, take that arm up towards the sky. Wave hello to the heavens. And then exhale, take that arm and thread it behind the other one, bringing the shoulder to the mat. Inhale to rise. And now, squaring off again, hands, the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's take the opposite leg and stretch it out and then lower that hip. A few breaths right here. Pay attention to what's happening with your belly. We're breathing through our bellies, but we don't want to be pooching our bellies out. Let's add the opposite arm, palm facing in, body strong. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, push it out. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, push it out. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, push it out. Hold it right here. Couple more breaths, you can do it. And now lower the limbs down. Let's thread the needle on the other side. Inhaling, sweep that arm that was whole, that was doing all the work, and then exhale, thread it through. And inhale, come back to our hands and our knees, curl the toes, and as we exhale, push up, downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, for those of you who are newer to yoga, we have our fingers spread wide, we're pushing strong through our arms, and we're lifting that tailbone up high, let the head fall. Don't worry about the heels of your feet reaching the mat. Push strong through the hands, lift those hips, and now let's pedal our feet, taking our dog for a walk. I always like this for a good time for a little lion's breath. So let's walk our dog for another moment, and before we do anything else, we're going to quiet our feet. I want you to take a big inhale, and as you exhale, stick your tongue out. And you can have a little giggle all by yourself, or if you're yogaing with your partner or your kids, take another inhale here. And blow it out. Now let's walk our feet forward until they're close to our hands, and we're going to have our first forward fold of the practice. Big bend in the knees. Couple breaths here. And while those knees are bent, let's inhale. Bring the palms together and exhale, mountain. So we're going to move through our flow. So today's flow, we're going to go up and down a little bit, and again, remembering that we don't have to go up and down all the time if it's hard for you. So let's put a little bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And while we're here, let's exhale and find our first chair. So, chair, we want the arms close to the ears if you can. And if this is uncomfortable, you can choose hands to the heart. Knees are bent, but not beyond the toes. So don't worry about getting too low. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhaling, sweep the arms up. Exhaling to chair. Hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, chair. Hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, chair. And now take an inhale here and exhale. Sweep those arms all the way down to the ground and forward fold. With your head, plant your hands on your mat, step one foot back and then the other, downward facing dog. Inhaling, find your plank. Remember, we want the wrists under the shoulders. Drop the knees to the floor, uncurl the toes, exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting only the chest. Exhale, lower it down. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhale, lower it down. One more time. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhale, lower it down. Curl the toes. Come on up to your hands and knees and push up, downward facing dog. This time I want you to lift one leg, and maybe you can lift it a little bit, maybe you can lift it a lot. And as you exhale, I want you to bring that foot through so that it is between your hands for a low lunge. Take a breath here. And now I want you to look up and step forward. Forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair. Collapse those hands all the way down, forward fold. Keeping the opposite leg forward, step the other one way back so that we have low lunge now on the other side. Bring the long leg down so that the knee is now touching the ground. Uncurl the toe and let's swing that leg back and come forward into a kneeling plank. Kneeling plank. So I want you to pay attention to where you're resting on your knees so you don't stress your kneecaps. Strong in the shoulders. We're going to go side to side with a side plank, forward plank. So I want you to take one leg, kick it out like a kickstand, and then move the hand in, inhaling to open. While you're opening, look down. The hand that's planted and the knee and the foot should be in one line. Now take that hand that's pointing towards the heavens, bring it over your ear for an extended pose. Option to stay right here or lift the long leg. And with an exhale, we bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, stretch it out. One more time. And now float the leg down. Float the arm down. Come back to that forward plank. Forward kneeling plank. And we're going to prepare to do that posture on the other side. So we're going to kick that leg out, and then we're going to open the body to the opposite direction. Taking a minute to look down and make sure that we're lined up. The wrist is underneath the shoulder. Now take that arm over the ear. Option to stay right here or lift the leg, and with an exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, stretch it out, float the leg down, bring the hands down. And I want you to just walk your hands back up for just a moment. And before we move again, I want you to grab your blocks. Bring your blocks to this side of the mat. So they're here when you need them because we're going to add a twist this time. So if you don't need the blocks, that's fine. But if you have them and you want to use them, I want them to be where you need them. So let's come to our hands and our knees, curl the toes, exhale, push up, downward facing dog. Lifting one leg off of the ground, we exhale, bring it through between our feet. So let's take our block, if we're using it, and place it on the outside of the forward foot. And as we inhale, we twist. So we're going to go in both directions. So let's lower the hand that's pointing to the heavens. If you're using your block, bring it to the inside of your foot. And this time when you exhale, twist the other way. And then float the hand down. Move those blocks gently out of the way so you can bring your hands to the earth, look up, and step forward. Forward fold. Inhaling, find halfway lift. So we want that little J in our spine in our halfway lift. And then bend those knees and inhale, we rise up. And exhale, find chair. And forward fold. Take a breath here. Plant the hands. Keep the opposite leg forward now. Step back. Bring your blocks in. Planting the hand on the block on the outside of the foot. We're going to inhale to open. Make sure the forward leg is strong. The knee is over the ankle. Float that hand down. Plant it on your block. Inhale to twist the other way. Float it down. Let's slide those blocks out of the way and step this foot back to find downward facing dog. Lower the knees down. Come to your hands and your knees. Sit back, child's pose. Relax the head down. Feel the body relaxing. Inhaling, come on back up to your hands and your knees, and then come to a seated position. We're going to work a little bit more on our core strength, and then we're going to transition to some gentle stretching. So I want you to draw your feet up. We're going to move to our boat. So I want you to just hug your feet up, come all the way up onto your tippy toes. Make your spine nice and long. Now, rock a little bit on your bottom till you find that nice fleshy spot. No jokes. Find that nice spot, and I want you to see if you can just lift the toes off the mat. So we're making our way to our boat pose this way today. We've done it lots of different ways if you've come to my class. So this is a great place to start. If we want to keep progressing, let's lift one leg, bring our hands to our hamstrings. Lift the other one. Maybe flex the feet. So we are in this really nice engaged posture. This is a great place to hold because you're working even though you're supporting. But if you want to have a little bigger challenge, bring the hands alongside the body. And you can be creative here. You can keep it like this. You can bring them up. You can bring them out. You can bring them down. In fact, maybe we'll just do that. It's kind of a distractor. Let's do that a couple more times. And then bring the hands to the back of the hamstrings. Lower the feet down. Gentle hug. So we're going to counterpose our boat. We're going to walk our hands behind our body, fingertips pointing towards our bottoms. Feet are about hips width apart. And we're going to inhale and lift the bottom for a tabletop posture. So you can take the gaze up, but don't let the head fall back. Should always be able to swallow. So I want you to lift the bottom and squeeze. It's a nice chest opener as well. Exhale to lower. Let's find that boat posture one more time. Start by holding onto our hamstrings, maybe walk the tippy toes up. And when you find that good spot, bring the feet up. And if we want to add, release the hands. A little extra, stretch the legs out. Bring the knees in. Stretch the legs out and bring the knees in. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Bring the feet down, gentle hug. One more time, tabletop. Walk the hands behind you. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower it down. All right, let's grab our straps. And I want you to lay down. And I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Take your hands behind your hamstrings and lay down. And maybe before you get there, if you want to use a blankie to cover up with or put your fleece on, then now's a good time to grab it. So let's start by lifting one leg up. And let's put the strap on the ball of that foot. And then extend it. So whatever you're using, we want one leg bent, one leg extended. Maybe the knee is soft. And with an exhale, we're going to draw the strap and that whole leg towards the head. We're working on stretching our hamstrings. So I want you to pay attention to keep the tailbone down. Keep the tailbone down. Here's where you want to feel that stretch. Inhaling, let the leg come up. And now hold the strap in both of your hands. And then I want you to inhale and let the leg fall open. So maybe you need to bring the elbows down to help keep you grounded. Now here's the challenge. The strap is holding the leg. Release all these muscles, keeping both of the sits bones grounded. And maybe hover the legs, see if that opens the hips. Inhaling, lift the leg up, and now stretch out that bent knee, and let the leg cross the body for a supine spinal twist. So the goal is to keep that same shoulder grounded. So now we want to hold the strap with just one hand. Don't worry about the foot touching the ground. Just want to get a nice stretch. Inhaling, roll back onto your back. And let's release that strap. And then before we go on to the other side, cross your leg over the other one. So for those of us who are aware, we call this a supine pigeon pose. So I want you to then push your leg in. I want your knee to line up with the hip. Now let's lift the other leg up off the ground. Thread the hands behind your hamstring. And with an exhale, draw the legs towards your head. And gently now release that leg. And now I want you to take the leg that was bent, and I want you to kind of lay it down with the foot kicked out. And then I want you to take the other leg and cross it over. This kind of moves into the psoas area, the hip flexor. So our arms are open. And we're using the opposite leg to sort of pull the knee down. In a little, it's a different sensation, stretching in a little different direction. And then lift the leg, bring both the feet up, and let's move to the other side. So now we're going to go to the other leg, put the strap underneath the ball of your foot. Inhaling here, exhale, draw that leg towards your head. Nice, easy grip. Lower that tailbone down. And breathe. Inhaling, let the leg come up. Take the strap in both of your hands. One more time, inhaling here. Bring the elbows down. Hold that strap, release the leg. And then hover. Inhaling here, exhale. Bring the leg up, stretching out that bent knee. And now let's take the leg across the body for a supine spinal twist on the other side. Maybe you're now opening the arm on that same side like a T so that you can allow the body to twist. Inhaling, bring the leg up. Exhale, let's release that strap. Cross the leg over the other leg, push it in so that the knee and the hip are lined up. And then lifting the other foot up off the mat. Let's thread the hands behind our hamstrings. And with an exhale, draw both legs towards the head. Gently release the legs, uncross the legs. Take this leg that was just crossed, and I just want you to plant the leg down with the foot off the mat, and then take the other leg and lay it over it, just bringing the knee towards the mat. If you need to, you can place a hand on that hip. Just, you want to keep the hips down. But the long leg is helping to stretch the leg that's bent. Gently release that leg. And then find a comfortable place for rest, for Shavasana. Close your eyes and take your mind's eye through your body, starting at the tip of your head, to your forehead, your eyes, cheeks, your jaw, down into your throat. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel the belly soften. Feel the hips relax and the legs fall open. Travel with me as if you are a bird. Your body is light. There is no pain. There's no discomfort. There's no weight. Your body floats, soaring up into the sky. All around you, there is blue sky, and big, puffy clouds. The sun is warm on you. The lightness of your body, maybe it's your feathers, The warmth and the air is flowing over you as you soar, and all around you, all you see is beauty. Green, the soil of our beautiful earth, trees beginning to bud, water in our lake. The air is clean and sweet. Our heart feels full. Our minds are calm. Into our mind's eye comes a thought, something of deep joy to you, something that brings you inner happiness and peace. And we're holding that thought as it warms our heart. And maybe it brings emotion to us because it is a place of such deep joy. And we're soaring and feeling that warm love envelop us as we breathe and rest. Slowly open your eyes. Bring awareness back to your surroundings. And of course, if you are not ready to come out of your Shavasana, you may stay there as long as it feels good for you. We're going to gently roll to one side, and we're going to come to a seated position. Read something to you. But before I do, I want you to inhale, sweep your arms up, bring your palms together, and exhale, bring them to your heart center. And I want to say thank you to all of you who will share in this video and enjoy this practice with me at some time soon. I miss you all, and I am so grateful for you. And I want to say to you, for beautiful eyes, look for the good in others. For beautiful lips, speak only words of kindness. And for poise, walk with the knowledge that you are never alone. Namaste.